Let's look at a different rule. Okay, very similar in its connection to our exponent rules from before. Okay, if you have the log of a quotient, okay, or the log of a fraction, that log can be split or expanded into the log of a difference. Okay, and again, what's the connection here? Think about what we did with exponents, right? If we had x to the seventh over x to the fourth, so a fraction involving exponential terms could be simplified by subtracting those exponents into one term. All right. And this is a similar idea here. The one thing we have to be careful about is this is one logarithm with a fraction on the inside, okay, being separated into a difference. It is not, let's be clear, it's not this. It's not the quotient of two logs. It is one log of a fraction. So a lot of times people will misconstrue this. We're not talking about if two logs are being divided. We're talking about one log that has a fraction on the inside, and that can be expanded into a difference. So be very careful with that. Okay, let's look at an example here. So we get something that looks like so. We have one logarithm, it's base 13. Inside this logarithm is this quotient. So we can expand this where we get log base 13 of the top part minus, or the numerator, should I say, log base 13 of the denominator, the bottom. And then when you look at this, we did have a property a couple of videos ago that said if you're taking the log with a base and the number on the inside that are the same, that's equal to 1. Now, you don't need that property as long as you recognize what? That this has no variables in it. There are no variables in this statement. So it has a numerical value. The numerical value of this logarithm is the power that I raised this number to get this number, which is 1. Okay. The second part is what it is. That's just log base 13 of y because that does have variables in it. So this again, this is an example of what we call an expansion, but we're gonna look at some pretty heavy expansions in a later lesson. Right now, we're just trying to get a handle on what this property means. Okay, we can take this and we can separate a fraction into two logs using subtraction.